lawyers and activists has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to intervene on the issue between the Minister of FCT, Wike, and the people of Ijaw in Rivers State. A human rights lawyer, barrister Deji Adeyanju, made this call while reacting to Wike's remark about the Ijaw people in a press conference in Abuja. He said the unpleasant remark made by the Minister of FCT about the Ijaw nation, referring to them as minority and associating them with criminal activities. He explained that it is important that the president address this issue to prevent further escalation and potential violence given the widespread presence of Ijaw people globally. Adeyanju stated that the minister's remark constitutes a violation of Ijaw's nation's rights under the Nigerian constitution and international charters. Adeyanju reiterated the need for the minister to apologize and the president to take responsibility for his action. Similarly, Comrade Masha Abubakar discussed the legal implications of the minister's remark, citing the anti-discrimination clause in Section 41 of the Nigerian Constitution and international charters. Abubakar, who was also a lawyer, called the minister to apologize within 3 days, saying that failing to do so, the Ijaw nation would petition the United Nations.
Remarks he made about the Ijaw nation, very unpleasant remarks about the Ijaw nation, saying that Ijaw are minority, and saying that, in fact, he doubled down when he went for Thanksgiving in Rivers by saying that Ijaw only gets involved in criminality, and oil bunkering and some other stuffs. It is very shameful indeed to have had these remarks. For him to have referred to the Ijaw nation as a minority is truly, truly, truly sad. And yes, he actually said minority of the minority. You can imagine, how can people who occupy 12 major local governments in Rivers State be minority? People who occupy so many local governments in Delta, people who occupy 8 local governments in Bayelsa, people who occupy 3 local governments in Edo, people who occupy 2 local governments in Ondo, how can they be minority, for God's sake? How can you try to insult and communalize the struggle of Paklak and other notable Ijaw sons? Even the militants that he was talking down on, the militants, have they not done more for Niger Delta? Okay, what has Wike done for Niger Delta? What has he done for Rivers? What has he done? Aside cornering, somebody was cornering almost 13 to 16 billion IGR monthly. While you were governor, you were under declaring IGR. Somebody came and started declaring almost 16 billion IGR more. The person did not build more infrastructure. The person did not do anything. All the person did was to be transparent. That's the only contribution to nation building. His friend is his stomach and his interest. Wike betrayed the first man that brought him to politics. First man that brought him to politics. Wike betrayed Odili. Odili, remember he said that if he ever make Odili cry, any day he make Odili cry, may not be well with him, may not be. Wike is still eating food and acting normal. Wike betrayed Rotimi and Mechi. Is it Tinubu, ordinary Tinubu that Wike just met on the street day before yesterday, that he will not betray?
In this country, and you see, when you begin to use a derogatory remark against them, it can lead to something else. That's the reason why Mr. President should be keeping quiet, because if anything happened to a section of this country, especially the Niger Delta, Nigeria will feel it. So we are calling Mr. President to come in, because I expected that by now the FCT Minister, former Governor of Rivers State, Barrister Wike, would have issued a press statement and apologized. Because we are talking about people who are much more than, who are too big to be a grandfather. We are talking about people that have read, people that have seen it all. You can't look at their face and you call them names.
I will take it from the perspective that Wike is an employee of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and whatsoever your staff does, you must not shy away from taking total responsibility of the action. Therefore, I am putting it straight to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he is the one who has sent Wike to make such statements. And for him the president to deny this fact is to give Wike an ultimatum to apologize to the Ijaw nation.
I also think that upon the failure of Mr. Wike to apologize to these people, and we are demanding immediately, we are giving Mr. Wike 3 days to apologize. Otherwise, I think the Ijaw nation should do a petition against Mr. Wike to the United Nations. This is a clear threat against a people in their own land, in their own ancestral home, and such matters must not be swept under the carpets. The matters must be looked into by the United Nations because there's a threat against a particular ethnic nationality by persons who believe they are the owners of the states, a threat to annihilate them and to drive them from their ancestral home. And such matters should not be condoned. So Mr. Wike has, as a matter of urgency, has to apologize to the Ijaw nation